If you've never driven a Tesla, you probably should. It's a lot of fun. But my buddy Jeremy here, he has not driven a Tesla. So we're going to witness his first day, his first experience. I'm Brian. Welcome to My Tesla Weekend. So Jeremy is, we got to go over your bona fides. He is a tech genius. He has a computer. He's had email since the 90s. I don't think I'm overselling it when I say this is one to watch. You may recognize him as the co-star of the 90s classic King Me.
Wow.
And he co-starred with Anna Faris in what was it called?
Who's Anna Faris again?
That movie you were in. Ryan Reynolds' ex-wife.
Eden? Was that?
Eden. That's the movie you were in.
I don't think Anna Faris was in that, dude. Joanna Going?
We'll have to look it up. We'll have to IMDb it, make sure. So, first thing we do, hop in the car.
All right, great.
I mean, that's the first thing you do, right? And of course, we put on our seatbelts. So, first thing we can do is go ahead and put in your destination up in the navigate there.
We're going to Mount Bonnell, I think it's pronounced.
Mm-hmm. Make sure your seats are adjusted.
Oh, feels okay actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about your mirrors? Because
Let's see, I can go back a little bit. Mirrors are okay.
What about the side mirrors? Because those adjust on the
go
screen.
out and down a little
Let's
bit.
see. Well,
yes.
let's do this. Mirrors, left. Now you use the
Oh,
that
it is. Okay.
that,
Okay.
and then to do the right one.
Right.
And it saves profiles so that when
When I get
you're
back in the car, it'll
when-
put everything where it
yeah,
goes.
puts everything where it goes.
Cool.
Yeah. So you'll just push down on the stock to go into drive. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's one pedal drive for the most part, so when you let off the accelerator, it'll start to slow down, and that's recharging the battery. And it will bring you to a complete stop and hold you there when you take your foot off. So you don't need your foot on the brake
When you stopped.
when you're stopped.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, can I drive?
Yep. He's doing it.
Do
you
a couple
guys.
of donuts in the parking lot before we take off.
It doesn't do donuts.
Doesn't do donuts.
Not even in the rain.
Now turn left
That makes
onto
sense.
Delvi Street.
Wow, it really slows you down when you let off the
It really does.
accelerator, doesn't it?
This one has one of the weaker regen profiles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it'll do the trick.
Nice. Okay. It's got a little bit of get up and go. Woo! All right, that's
This
cool.
is the fourth slowest trim of any Tesla they make.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And it's hot. It is
Huh.
punchy.
Oof. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprising.
Now, a neat thing you can do, if you're so inclined, is turn on Autopilot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why not?
So on this stock, you're going to go down twice.
This one right here?
Uh-huh. And keep your hands on the wheel.
Okay.
And it will do all the steering for you.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And
Is it
you'll-
going to follow? Will it change lanes if it needs to change lanes?
So because this is only Autopilot, they didn't spend the extra for the self-driving.
Uh-huh.
It will not change lanes.
Okay.
But it will keep you in your lane. It won't
Uh-huh.
bonk you into anybody.
Now
Uh-huh.
keep left.
It's basically designed for on-ramp to off-ramp.
Huh.
With enhanced Autopilot, it'll do things like lane changes. And this is designed for use on highways, but you can use it anywhere. And it will stop for red lights and stop signs and
Cool.
yeah.
Can I get it to give a little more space for my comfort between me and the guy in front of me?
I haven't been able to get this one to do it. It's supposed to be adjustable,
Uh-huh.
but I haven't figured out how to do it. It's set at 2 car lengths or two whatever.
Uh-huh.
But you should be able to set it all the way back to 5. But I'm not sure. I don't know how to do that.
When I'm a passenger in these things, it's kind of fun to look at the readout of what it sees.
You are now out of
Took me
that.
out because it didn't like work. Right.
If you put it in just once, you're in cruise control, and twice puts you in steering also.
So turning on the signal is just pressing it down once, and canceling it is up
Yep.
in the opposite direction.
Yep.
So, okay.
At some point, we'll let you hear what the base model sound system sounds like, but it's magical.
Cool.
We are going under the speed limit.
True. Remedied that pretty quickly.
It's got a lot of pull at high speed.
It doesn't have to go. It doesn't have to like drop down. Something you feel something drop down before you start
Right.
accelerating.
Kick down 2 or 3 gears, spin up the turbo. Sounds like it's having an asthma attack.
Alright, I'm gonna give it a little accelerator now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, still plenty. As much as you need.
Much as you need.
Alright, I'm going plenty fast, but it's Texas, so I'm gonna get out of the passing lane.
Did you notice when you put on your blinkers, it shows you your blind spots?
Yeah.
And it'll also show you where all the cars are around you on the visualization, which is nice. This car already has 24,000 rental miles on it. I don't hear any squeaks or rattles. Well, I mean, new cars can have squeaks and rattles,
True.
but rental cars take a beating.
In 1 mile, take the Capitol and Texas Highway exit on the right.
What's that accent you got on that? The voice sounded really strange to me.
Did it?
I don't know. I've got my Siri on a weird accent setting, so maybe I'm not used to a regular old American accent.
If this car inspires you to swear en español, it is acceptable. Also Chinese. You can give us a little bit of that if you need to. I did an interview in a noisy shop, and these mics weren't recording because I'd just gotten them and I didn't know how to use them.
Uh-huh.
So I just had the stick mic, and I used Adobe's AI to clean it up.
Yeah? How'd that work?
Well, when it works masterfully. But if the background noise gets too high, all of a sudden you will think you had a stroke, because those words sound like they're in English, but I can't tell what he's saying. The guy I met yesterday, Paul, was watching that video when his daughter came home, and he's like, "Honey, you have to come listen to this. Have I had a stroke?" Nope, that's gibberish. Okay, good. Because I'm really trying to understand. It's like listening to the parents in Peanuts.
Interesting. When you let off the brake, it still slows you. It feels like it slows you down just as much, even if you're going downhill.
Yeah. And your brake light does come on.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right, let's try that autopilot thing again. Oh, yeah.
Saying temporarily not available. We'll try it again in a second.
Huh.
In 1,000 feet, take the ramp on the right toward Texas one
Oh,
loop
there we
north.
go. Nice.
And don't use the pedals. Yep. And every now and then it'll say, maybe apply a little pressure to the steering wheel so I know you're still awake. We'll see what it does at the corner, because I haven't tried to use it to actually
Now
navigate
take the
me.
ramp on the right toward Texas one loop north. In 1,000 feet, take the Texas one loop north ramp on the left.
Yeah, it's doing just fine. Okay, yeah, it's fine. That makes sense.
Now take the Texas one loop north ramp.
You're going to need to
Oh, yeah, no, I gotta get
override
over
it.
Yeah. There's a little icon with a little motorbike icon. That's good.
Well, we can put it in Christmas mode if you'd like, and that changes all the icons to sleighs and reindeer and elves.
No, really.
Yeah. If you get premium connectivity, which is $9.99 a month,
35th Street
Okay.
exit on the right.
you get satellite view with the, so you can see all the land features. You get live traffic, but you also get internet. So you have YouTube on here. You can watch that while you're sitting at the Sonic Drive-In, waiting for your cheesy fries.
Can I watch it while I'm on autopilot?
You cannot. You cannot. The fancier ones will have a screen back here that the kids can watch, and they can also Bluetooth headphone it, so you don't have to listen to it.
Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, that's not bad. That
view?
blind spot view.
Yeah.
That could be pretty handy.
So in Sentry mode, you can whip out your phone and see all the cameras around your car right now, if your car's parked somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I don't leave that on at the airport because it would drain enough battery over the course of a week that would be a problem. But I leave it on everywhere else. And if somebody were to key your car, you would have 7 cameras watching them.
What are these wavy lines around the car?
Looking for curbs.
Oh, okay.
This car might still have the ultrasonic sensors like you have for backup, but the newer ones that they're making today do not. They just rely on vision to estimate poorly.
I was being kind of gentle on that one still.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, I had a lot more to go.
Yeah.
And the tires don't squeal
How do they manage that?
because traction control on an electronic system is instant. There's a YouTube channel called Tesla Plaid channel where he goes out and does drag races in his Model S. He has the Plaid Model S now. Before that, he had the P90 Raven or 100, whatever. He had a very fast one before. And that car he raced, I want to say he did 1,700 races in it, maybe 2,000 races in it. And all that abuse on the motors and the battery, he never had a mechanical failure of any kind. And his last run he did before trading it in was his fastest run by 100th of a second.
In 500 feet, keep left to stay on
You would
West
not have guessed
35th
that.
Street.
I did not guess that. I keep forgetting I don't have to turn the camera. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. You always say that. You never fix it in post.
You see all these little circular things on that kind of like attached to these trees if you look really close.
Oh, okay.
Those are air plants.
Hmm.
They're native, and yeah, they're not parasitic or anything.
Oh.
They're just attached to the
They're
tree.
just hanging out.
Yeah,
They're just in a place
they
where they
get-
can't get grazed.
yeah. They get enough. They get enough nutrients from when it rains in the air to survive.
I feel like we might be getting into some money area here
Yeah,
because the houses are getting fancier.
definitely heading up into the hills. Looks like all the houses around here have great views. We can't see the great views though because they're blocked by houses. Those are privately owned views.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, here, we'll park here. We can go backwards. We'll walk it from this side to the other side and back. Nice. Well, that...
Push it in.
Oh, push it in? What? Where? Go ahead.
Poke it.
Here?
There you go.
Oh, okay, we're parked.
Yep.
Interesting.
The other way to put it in park is just open your door.
Oh, really?
Yep. Well, actually, put your foot on the brake. Open the door. Just take your foot off and open the door. Look, park. It's in park.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
It'll tell you, by the way, who all his seatbelt is buckled and unbuckled in
Okay,
all the seats.
That's good. It doesn't just ding at you and let you figure it out.
And then you realize you put a bag on the seat that's setting off the sensor.
Yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud. So let's hop out and get final impressions.
Cool.
What's the verdict?
Oh, well, it felt very natural to drive. I think it's relatively intuitive, probably. A lot of acceleration. And, yeah, it was nice. It was a nice ride.
Fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
I mean, have you driven cars this quick before?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
don't think
There are very few cars quicker than this, the 4th slowest trim model available of all Teslas. The slower only being the standard range 3 and Y and the long range Y. So how much do you think this costs?
Oh, I have no idea. $60,000.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is about, I'm going to say 42,000, and then there's the $7,500 federal rebate. So this is about a $35,000 car.
Cool.
Yeah. So a little bit more value. The Model Y, which is the same thing but crossover SUV sized, even with the third row is 52, and you get the 7,500 back. So that's 45 for that one. So they are a lot cheaper than people realize. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So what do we miss? What do we misunderstand? Like, subscribe, do all the usual stuff. Thank you again to my patrons. They're the reason I'm able to come to these ridiculous places and see if I can get a little bit more sunburnt. Who knows? Who knows?